You probably all recognize these sounds, right? These are the sounds of the sirens that start on October 7 until January, and then it continues in the south and in the north and other places. It's been 5 months that in Israel it's been very difficult for us, so thank you for coming here today. As an Israeli, as a Jew, when I see this unity, it means a lot to us, and it's important to see this gathering, to see this community that is able to work together. You probably hear my accent, a mix of Israeli accent and French accent. So I grew up in Belgium. Belgium, the capital of the world of antisemitism, and what you see today in the United States is what we have seen 30 years ago in Europe. And the fact that you have a strong Jewish community in the United States that is able to work with allies will make the difference. So thank you for coming today. The sound that you heard changed everything in our life. It starts by changing the way that we look at the world. That I look at my children, I need to explain them what's happening. And this sound is a sound of hatred and anti-Semitism. But it didn't stop there. And I will use another sound to explain what's happening to us as the Jewish community, not this one. So when I try to summarize the past 5 months, these are the sounds that have changed us forever. Forever. They've changed the way that I look, and obviously you look, at the world. Our dedication to fight for the Jewish people and against anti-Semitism. And unfortunately, Jews are coming together again for the wrong reasons. While in Israel, Jews are targeted by Hamas and Hezbollah, the Jews in diaspora are targeted by the extreme left, extreme right, and radical Islam. They found anti-Semitism a common cause between them. Let's explain that. 80 years after the Holocaust, we hear voices of Jews that are ready to leave, and they ask the question, where we should go. So we tell you, you don't go anywhere. You stay where we are, and we fight together. We join forces. We don't leave where we are, but we need to work very hard. Before I share a little bit of my story, I would like to introduce the 2 gifts that I received from God. My children, Ari and Daniela. Ari is 4 years old, and Daniela is 2 years old. They live between the river and the sea. Yes. Like thousands of other Israelis. They've been targeted by Hamas in the past 5 months. And then when you hear the chant in the streets, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, it's turning to be very personal for me and for many others, because they're targeting our children, but not only the children of Israel, all the children of the Jewish people, but it's easier to target the children of Israel when they're living between the river and the sea. And you need to see Ari and Daniela when they hear the sirens that you just heard. They're running. They're running to the bomb shelter because they know why they need to run. They know that it's for saving their life. At the age of 4 and 2, can you imagine that? This is their story. Now, the thing that we don't speak about enough is the post-trauma of a 2-year-old child and a 4-year-old child. They walk in the street with me in Tel Aviv. They hear an ambulance. What they think it's happening to them? They run. But there is no reason to run, because not every sound is a sound of a siren. But for them, at the age of 2 and 4, it is a changing moment for their life. My family came to Belgium, as I said, from Poland in 1915. They arrived to Belgium to escape the pogroms. They've been saved by the righteous among the nations of different cities. And today I'm asking myself, where are the righteous of today? We don't see them, but we need them. They're a minority, but those that exist, we can find them, and they exist. We need to work very hard. But when they arrived in Belgium, they were very proud to learn French, very proud of the new country that hosts them. They were grateful to receive a safe home as Jews that left Poland. So my grandfather, as I said, was saved by a family of righteous among the nation. Also my grandmother. And my grandfather is very proud to share his story that he was running in the streets as a very proud Jew because he knew that no one in the city will collaborate. No one in the city, when the Nazis were arriving in the city, were telling that this is a Jewish family in this city. They were very proud to have a Jew in their city. I grew up in a very, very Zionist Jewish family. We loved Israel and were proud to be Jewish. But we're also very Belgian citizens. I even left my Jewish school to go to a regular school because I felt strong as a Jewish boy and proud to share my values with others. I was a Belgian Jew, just like my grandparents were at school. I was the only Jewish kid in school, and I was called a Jew. I was very proud because we had an Italian, we had a black guy, we had an Asian immigrant, and we had a Jew. And one day I told that to my mother. Mothers are always right, you're gonna discover that soon. And she was shocked, while I was very proud. And she told me, today you are the Jew, but tomorrow you are the Jew. I didn't believe her. Until the age of 15, when the Second Intifada started. And then I've been asked, as the Jew of the class, of course, why I killed Palestinians. No, I was with you in the class, guys, come on. I didn't kill anybody. So the answer is very clear, and it was very clear. But you are the same, Jews and Israelis. You kill Palestinians together. That didn't really make sense to me, but it changed who I am. Because from being a Belgian Jew, I was a Jew. And I lost my identity. So I moved to Israel. If I'm not a Belgian guy, so who I am as a Jewish person, I really believe in my identity as being a Zionist as well. So I moved to Israel. I served 6 years in the IDF. Leon Ben Rimon is here. Leon Ben Rimon was a former serviceman with me in the IDF, lone soldier as well. And we met together in the IDF, and now we see each other here in Palm Beach. So he's a member of the Palm Beach Synagogue. So thank you, Leon, for serving with me. And I served a second time. After my first degree, the IDF called me and asked me, do you want to join? I said, how much you pay? They told me 7,000 shekels. Can you translate in dollars? I said, that's not really good to live, but they offer me free schnitzels. So I kind of, okay, for free schnitzels, I will do it, but then I pay the price. So this is where I served another 4 years, where I built a digital warfare unit of the IDF. After that, I moved to New York to work for the World Jewish Congress to deal with international campaigns and global advocacy. Today, I serve as the CEO of the Combat Antisemitism movement, an organization that was founded by a member of this synagogue, by Robert Barron and his son, Adam Barron. Robert Barron sees the synagogue as one of his legacy in this world, but also CAM, our organization. And we're very proud that today I can present to the congregation that Robert and Bob Barron was a member of. I had a speech of 10 minutes, and I have 7 minutes, so I'm moving a bit faster. After 5 years of very hard labor, we are proud to present a coalition of 850 partner organizations that we have built. The Combat Antisemitism movement was founded in a very simple principle. We fight with no ego, and we work with non-Jews. This is why Adam Barron, when he stood up and he said, I want to fight, but with no ego. I want to work with everybody. Everyone that can work with us, we're going to work with us. So we have 3,000 decision makers are working with us around the world, with a major focus on municipal leaders and mayors, where we believe that they have the responsibility to protect every Jewish community. We are focusing where others are not. We don't want to duplicate any work that is done. And we also consider ourselves as the Navy SEALs of the Jewish world, where we can be the first, reacting fast, being global. We have offices in five countries, the United States, Uruguay, Berlin, and Israel. It's 4 countries, sorry. And today we're focusing our efforts really in establishing a network of state legislators to build a shield to protect the Jewish community and students on campuses. We don't work on campuses because we believe we need to offer the state a proper legislation. We work with attorney generals to be sure that Jews are legally protected. We have a robust research center that provides every week information on anti-Semitism on a weekly base, monthly base, and annual base. We have a grassroots network that we work with millions of people across the world. We have built a system like in the VC companies that we have. We're offering small grants with social entrepreneurs to develop new ideas, new concepts, things that we cannot do because we cannot be everywhere. But we can use the power of the mass to support them, support social entrepreneurs, and help them building a great movement. The biggest challenge that we have, and was said before by the Consul General, is fighting the righteous of today, the non-Jews that are ready to fight, that are ready to support and to work with us. We are focusing on fighting non-Jewish people every day. This is a part of our mission. By building cultural projects, we have a jazz project for Jews and Afro-Americans, for example. We're working with Muslims across the United States to celebrate the Iftar, to celebrate and doing even interfaith Passover seders to teach them about our cause and to make sure they know who we are. We brought recently a delegation of Muslim leaders to Israel to see themselves and they came back to the United States, and it's speaking about their experience, because they saw for themselves. It was not on social media. It was the real deal. They went to Israel, and they see what happened to the Jews of Israel. There is place for everyone in this fight, to all of you. For example, we're establishing a network of business leaders that we use their support for our cause. Not financially, but when we send a letter with the name of a very, very significant business leader, people are opening the letters. People are replying to us. And your name has a value, has enormous value. You can advocate, you can send letters, you can reach out to your legislators, and this is very important. We have a network of artists against anti-Semitism, and we're also working in the world of fashion design because we want to make sure that Jews will be also fashionably designed to fight anti-Semitism. It sounds real, but this is how the BLM movement starts, by creating brands, working with brands, with Adidas, with others. And if we are not able to build also our own brand that is cool for young people and attractive, we're not going to win. I would like just to finish now, so you know who I am and what I do, to thank this wonderful congregation, this wonderful community, the rabbis, the consul general, and all of you for what you do, because you are very active, and it's wonderful as a Jew from Israel to see that, and as a Jew coming from Belgium, I can guarantee you that we don't see that in Europe. So thank you for who you are and for what you do.